So what's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Chris coming at you with a something different. This is what I'm going to call story time with me, Chris. And the first story that I have is about this one time a few months ago. This year in February, our house almost burned down. Basically what happened was I was here, it was Sunday evening and or late in the afternoon. The sun was about to go down, and all of a sudden there were just all these sirens just everywhere around my house. And honestly, the sirens didn't really bother me because we live kind of near where we hear the firefighters go by all the time, because there's a fire station really close. So it's kind of like not out of the ordinary to hear the helicopter kind of go around, and then also the fire trucks. So the sirens usually don't bother me that much. But this day it was just constant, and it was just going off. And it was me and one of my roommates that were home, and basically we just didn't know what was going on. So we went outside, and I went to the kitchen. And we live on a hill, so you kind of see down. You'll see in the video that I'm going to show you, but you could kind of see down the rest of the street, and all of these police cars and these fire trucks were coming by, and they were stopping like the traffic on the street, and it was intense. And so I run inside and I grab my roommate and I tell him like something's happening. Like a year ago. Same kind of thing happened. There were a bunch of sirens going off, and that time it was a police chase and they crashed at the end of our street. It's down at the bottom of the hill. There's a really steep curve where you have to take it really slow, and they didn't really know that. And they tried to speed through, and they crashed into somebody's wall, like in front of their house. And so that happened like last year. And so I was thinking like, oh my gosh, it's like something along the same lines, like another police chase. But it wasn't. It was actually a huge fire. We live in we live in an area where it's kind of prone to wildfires, and there's a canyon kind of close to where we live. So we live kind of on the top of like a canyon. And we're not super close. Some of the other houses, like you'll see in the video, were a lot closer. But, the wind was really strong that day, and it was kind of blowing the fire up towards us. So go ahead. We're gonna watch the video right now. I'm gonna cut it down to show the helicopter drops and all that. It was pretty cool, pretty intense. So let's take a look at that. Ooh, that was fancy. Dude. Gotta fill up my lake. Dude, that was sick. That's cool. Did the truck go that way, or no? It just went that way.
Yeah, it's right there.
So, well, it looks like we're coming back. The smoke is still black. Look, there's black smoke there.
It's not as bad.
Yeah, the flame isn't as high, but it's still pluming pretty well.
Oh, here they come. That drops them off.
Dude, that was a fancy move that he did. He was like, everybody's out here now. Let's see you next. Wonder if the fire truck is gonna come over here now. So this first part, the helicopter kind of swoops in. It kind of like takes a little lap, and it looks at where best to drop the fire. If you know anything about the firefighting helicopters, they are really loud. So it's just like really intense. Like they carry this heavy load of water when they come in. So the helicopter comes in the first time. And you'll see in the video, it's kind of hard to tell because I'm not zoomed in super close, but you'll see like there's like flames kind of coming up the side of the hill towards like this apartment building and some of the houses there. Helicopter's coming back. Coming like I think we're okay. The smoke is going away from us now.
I think we're okay.
Okay, so as you saw, the helicopter came in about 4 different times, dropped water really low, snuffed out most of the flames, and then the fire crews later went in and finished off the job. They were evacuating a lot of the houses right in the immediate area. Our house was asked to evacuate as well right after the video ended. So like we only stayed there for a little bit, but at that point we in the video we watched like them put the fire out pretty much completely. There was just the biggest problem that they had was the wind. It was kind of hard to tell, but it was really windy and it was kind of hot for a day in February. And so that was a challenge for the fire crews. So they were kind of concerned with all of the houses in the area. We later found out that the fire was started by somebody lighting a fire. They live in like the canyon in that area. We kind of live in an area where there's a lot of homeless people, and so they kind of accidentally started the fire. It was windy, some embers, carried and caught a bunch of stuff on fire, and it got out of control. I'm gonna try to find the picture. I'm gonna put it right here. But there's a visual from across the way, and this picture shows kind of how high the flames were. The canyon that we live on is like 100 or 200 feet up, and the flames were pretty much that high. There were some palm trees that caught on fire, and so it was a little difficult for them to control that. This is kind of a new segment that I kind of wanted to do, stories/vlogs type of thing, just to kind of show a little bit more of what's going on in my life at this time. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show you all what happened a few months ago with this, and I just happened to record it when I went inside to grab my roommate. I grabbed my camera just in case, to see what would happen. So if you like this video and you want to see more of it, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel to see all of my content, gaming, amongst other things as well. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.